I made cowboy candy, pickled onions, and pickled jalapenos using the water bath method. I chose this method because I am a beginner, but also, I don't have a canning pressure cooker. I'm just focusing on the high acidic foods like onions and jalapenos with all of the vinegar brine. So easy, anyone can do it. So let's get right into it. So here's what you're gonna need. Onions, jalapenos, and 2 heads of garlic. White vinegar, salt, and then sugar. I start with the jalapenos, just cutting them all up. I did about 6 pounds. I cut the onions into a rainbow shape. Now I'm gonna peel the garlic. This is to give the brine a good flavor. Here's what I use for this brine. 2 quarts white vinegar, and then 1 of these filled to the top with water. And then I did 6 tablespoons of sugar, and then 6 tablespoons of salt. So I went ahead and did half of these jalapenos into the brine. I've turned up the heat. We are going to boil it for 5 minutes. And then whenever you see the jalapenos turn slightly darker green and they're shiny, then we're good to go. What they ended up looking like, ended up with 2 jars. I used the leftover jalapeno brine for the pickled onions, and honestly, this turned out really good. Nice pickled onion flavor with a kick. Just letting this simmer for about 5 minutes. We will kill the heat and then start jarring this up. Okay, next up, we're doing cowboy candy. So what we want to do for cowboy candy, 2 quarts of sugar, 1 quart of vinegar. I added in the same garlic cloves, and look, they turned blue. I threw the jalapenos in. We are just waiting for them to turn into a darker green. So about 5 minutes. Okay, so we're at the dark green. So I pulled it off the heat. Now we're gonna go in and clean the rim. You don't want that wet like that. Perfect. I have all of the jars in this big pot. I put towels under and in between, so whenever it boils, the jars won't bang against each other and break. You can do it on the stovetop. Just be sure that the water covers your jars about 1 to 2 inches. After your water boils, let it go for 10 to 15 more minutes. Fill the heat and let them sit for another 5 to 10 minutes in the water. Once that's done, pull them out and place them on a towel to sit overnight. And here are the results. I have 2 regular jalapenos, 1 jar of pickled onions, and an older cowboy candy in the back there. This is the newer cowboy candy. I've been going through it. I love this recipe more than the last one. This is the first batch of cowboy candy I made with a bunch of other ingredients. Not my favorite, but still really good. And here's the big jar of pickled onions. This one didn't seal correctly, so I ended up sticking it in the fridge to use up first. And here's the cowboy candy and the pickled onions on some beans and rice. One of my favorite ways to enjoy them. 10 out of 10. Let me know if you try this. See you in the next one. Bye.